I'm G. Thank you for tuning into Self Mastery. I am with the lovely Jordan.
Hello.
We have a special thing for you today. It's a relationship analysis. This is for you. And what we're going to do is analyze your relationship right now. We're going to see where love comes in your life, foundation, your situation, the blockers and inhibitions, advice, and also what you can see in the near future. So this is the relationship analysis spread. Jordan's going to start off with an oracle, kind of get the vibe going, and she'll also be clarifying. I have meditated, cut the cards, and let's turn you over to Jordan.
This is going to be a general reading, so anybody, any sign. As astrology signs appear in the reading, I'll call them out in case they mean something to you. I'm going to start off with the overall energy in the situation from the True Love reading cards. I'll get one from here and one from the Amore Psyche deck, and we'll just get a weather report on what's going on for you. Could be a relationship in separation or one currently existing. We'll see what comes out. What do we have for the True Love reading cards for whoever this reading is for, please? What do we have? Self-respect. Interesting. I'm getting already a situation where you've had to lay boundaries in this situation. You've had to hold on to your sense of self-respect. Now, there could be something going on that's actually helping you increase that within you as well, but it's an overall theme between you at the moment, so let's look with the Amore Psyche deck. We'll get some of the more physical or sexual components in this connection. Self-respect. Usually if you have to assert your boundaries, that means somebody has crossed them. Okay. Wow. Memories and remembrance came out. We had this come out recently in another reading. So that reading, I'll link it in the description box below in case it's yours. But again, yes, you had to draw boundaries in the past. And those boundaries may have put an end to a situation. We'll see. But right now, there's this memory and remembrance of this action. Interesting. See what Gary's got for the main spread.
Here we go. So the first question we're going to do is love and you. Love and you. And we have the wheel. You've been around this a lot. You have been around this a lot. It's like the first thing I'm getting with this 10 is you've completed cycles. You have completed cycles. I'm sensing right now you are in the same pattern. You're in the same pattern of love. That's what I get tremendously right now. Now, whether you break the pattern, whether it's a pattern you want to be in, we're going to clarify that. But right now, I am getting you have been in a pattern. And that's where we go. And also that the oracles Jordan just said kind of gives us that. Isn't that right?
Yeah, because this self-respect, like I mentioned, is pointing towards boundaries for me for some reason. So with that Wheel of Fortune, it could be kind of a never-ending story, and you had to put a stop to it. We'll see. We have the Queen of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sag. Talk about self-respect. Yeah. It's knowing what's for you and what's not for you and having the courage and confidence in yourself to draw boundaries where that is. The Queen of Wands absolutely knows her worth. She can manifest and have pretty much anything that she wants. Very passionate, very magical. So this Queen of Wands here is attached to your sense of confidence.
Relationship. Everything needs a foundation. Okay. So this is the next question. We're going to ask the universe, give us the foundation. What was this foundation built on? What is the foundation? We kind of want to know this when we're analyzing your relationship or the way you designed the relationship. Oh man, we got the Page of Swords. The foundation I'm getting is it's small talk. The first thing that came to me is it's based on small talk, a foundation based on not very mature communication. It's not deep. I'm sensing surface. I am sensing that there's this lack of really getting deep in your relationship, into your communication with your person. And that's what I'm getting. And of course, Jordan's going to clarify.
Well, I had two cards come out to clarify that page. It's the Page of Swords, and we had the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. So, in the foundation of this relationship, there is kind of, again, it's kind of useful. There's a lack of actual diligent effort being put into a situation. Those two cards are coming out as playful energies for me. And with the very serious, careful, and considered card of the Eight of Pentacles sandwiched between them, I think there's not enough work being put in. It wasn't built to last. The foundation of this is shaky.
Small talk to where, okay, hypothetical, in your relationship, it's like there's a problem, but it's not dealt with as in the Eight of Pentacles would in a studious element. It's dealt with, well, it's just dealt, and I don't want to use the word immature, Jordan, but it's dealt with almost like a kidding, like a joking. Oh, that's
Mm-hmm.
just us. We,
That's what I'm getting too, because that's why self respect came out and the Queen of Wands.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
remember that you're worth a lot more than this.
exactly.
Because this is,
That's what I get.
we'll
Totally.
see as it goes.
All right, so now we're going to talk about the love situation, the situation in this relationship. So it's an overview of that. Oh, the Five of Wands. That
Mm-hmm.
totally makes sense with
Mm-hmm.
what I'm getting. So the situation is it's not as combative as other like I would, man, if we would have got the Five of Swords, there'd be a whole different scenario. But what I get are these emotional hits. Uh, I'm sensing in this situation, you get angry at just some of the smallest things, these little snipes, these little missiles, and you're constantly going, where are we? Where are we in this? Where am I in this? And with this Five of Wands, it's really, here we go again. Same situation, kind of kidly discussion and stuff. And then you're sitting there in your brain with the Five of Wands going, I'm in this again. I'm in this again, kind of thing. That's what I get. What do you think?
Yeah, because to clarify that Five of Wands, we get the moon, Cancer's ruling planet. But with the moon and the Five of Wands, I'm just getting like, the situation here is that they enjoy getting you fired up. And the moon is a mystery, right? So it's like they're trying to distract you from seeing that they're not putting in any actual work by causing combative messages to be repeating over and over in your mind. With the moon attached to it, I really don't like that energy. This is secretive. It's their way of trying to control you. Well, and that's why it's telling you to remember who you are with the Queen of Wands and self respect. They're trying to draw you into some kind of energetic playfulness that will compensate for them actually putting in the work, and they're hoping that that's what you don't see.
If we don't have to be adult, if I don't have to be an adult about it, if we don't have to really look at this in a serious form, then of course that's what it is. It's I always use the thing. It's getting your ponytail pulled and then running off.
I just want to get one more clarifier on the moon before we proceed, Gary, because the energy with the Five of Wands in the moon is a rather ugh. Okay, the moon. The Six of Wands, interesting. Okay, the Six of Wands is they're trying to keep you trapped. They're trying to keep you trapped. That's what they're doing. They're using that kind of keeping you in this back and forth passionate struggle to compensate for the fact that there's no actual work being put in, and to keep you from what? Emerging from the struggle and being beautiful, flying free, compromising your self-respect.
Especially when in my Six of Wands, if I had it here, all it is they're just standing up. It's almost like a gate that you
Mm-hmm.
can't get through on my
Mm-hmm.
Six of Wands.
And they're using the moon to do this, and the moon is what's hidden. So they're
Which
trying to
gets
keep
us,
you trapped in some kind of passionate struggle.
well, the next card. This is why I like this spread so much. It's blockers and inhibitions. Like, what are the blocks? What are the chink in the chain or the kink in the chain, whatever that is. But that's the next question here. So here we go. Oh, strength. I'm loving this. Now let me tell you about the strength card right here. It's the fact of what's blocking this, what the inhibition is. You don't have enough strength. They don't have enough strength to deal with this in a mature level, to deal with this as a serious thing. Riding a lion, people, that's a serious task to do. That's a serious task. And with the blocker here is not having the strength. Now, I'm sensing too, this is a mature lion. And I've been calling out maturity since I started this. There, the blocker is not having the maturity and the strength to deal with this relationship on a serious level. That's what I get, Jay, on that.
Yeah, the strength card is Leo's major arcana, so you could be dealing with a Leo. We have lots of fire coming up here. But strength is all about locating your own personal integrity and having the courage to do what's right, to follow what your heart is calling you to do. So, as the strength card is in the challenges, this person does not want to face their inner struggles, does not have the courage to put in these actual effort. That's why they're coming in here with this page energy. To clarify the strength card, we have the Tower and the Three of Pentacles in the challenges here. The Tower is an interesting one to come in with strength. Okay, so the challenge here is building something together. It's collaborating together. And you cannot do that when this person isn't willing to put in actual work. They're just coming in all like, yeah, baby, let's go. Sure, I'll do the work. We can. Three of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. They're not actually willing to do the work. They just want to play. And so the integrity, yeah, you can't build something together when they're not coming at it from an angle of wanting to collaborate. Not for real.
Yeah, the Three of Cups. It's just let's party. Let's just pretend like we. It's just let's just keep the.
No, it's fun. It's fun.
It's
Let's just
fun.
have
It's fun.
fun.
That's exactly it. It's fun. We're just having fun. And honestly, with the five, it's not. It's not.
No, and it's compromising your sense of self-respect, right?
So let's ask the universe. What advice? What advice can you give our person here? What advice? Universe, give us something something we can use, something we could understand, something that could be implemented for our current. It's the King of Wands.
Wow, we have the
Yeah.
King and Queen of Wands out.
Yep. And
Explains
there's
everything.
nobody that knows himself more than the King of Wands. Knows his value, knows what he brings to the table. Not only does he know what he brings to the table, he's the one that made the table. He's the one that puts the things on the table. That's what we have here. It's understanding who you are and what you bring. And one thing too, what I'm getting with the Wands is you know your own passion. If it's not being fed, like you have to feed that tiger, or that lion. You got to feed it meat. You got to feed it so it keeps its strength up. One thing about this relationship here is you really have to know who you are. What do you think, Jay, on that?
Hmm. The King of Wands in a position of advice. I think that's for your person. It's saying no more effing around. If you want to be a true match for this Queen of Wands, you got to come in as the King of Wands energy. Not this knight, but the king. Because you cannot be the true partner to the Queen of Wands if you're coming in knight energy. So the games being played are to prevent them from actually growing up and into their full potential. The advice is that they do just that. Gather the courage and integrity to operate with king energy instead of knight energy. Now, the King and Queen of Wands are a very likely candidate to be locked into an ego struggle. And my friend, I think that's what you've got going here. Five of Wands with the King and Queen of Wands is an ego struggle. That's a power battle. And it keeps you engaged. And that's exactly what they want to do. Because with this page energy, they're not feeling like they're actually enough for you. They don't feel like they have the courage and integrity to do this. So they're trying to trick you. Let's see about that King of Wands.
That's good. That's a good one.
Why is the King of Wands here? Incidentally, the King and Queen of Wands for me are the couple in tarot who have the hardest time getting away from each other because of that, because of the fire, because they get locked into that together. So why is the King of Wands here? We have the Fool, Aries Major Arcana. Interesting. The courage to actually take a leap of faith and not try to mitigate the results. Exactly what I said. This is a control measure because this king is afraid of taking a leap of faith in your direction. So trying to keep you locked into this struggle while they develop the courage. The Fool. Look at that, you guys. The Two of Cups. Water energy. So the Two of Cups here is a real union, unlike that Three of Cups. Now, often I read the Three of Cups as the energy created between two. In this case, because of the context, I'm reading that as kind of like taking it backwards into a more serious level. From the Three of Cups, let's take our love to town and party hardy, to the Two of Cups, this is just between me and you. And that might be what this person fears as well. Remember, this self-respect is coming up very big for you right now. Let's get one more. This self-respect too, this could be for this potential king. It could be like locate your own self-respect and quit playing around because you just met your true partner.
You know what song that came to mind? That April Wine song, "Just Between Me and You."
Yeah, I'm getting a very strong just between me and you. Like the Seven of Cups coming out. So again, this person is in a state of emotional confusion and they're trying to cause some kind of state of that in you. It's interesting? When you turn the card upright, like the way it presents in the deck, you can see that there's an eclipse on top, making it very unclear about which cup holds the promise. But if you flip the card, you get the Sun and it becomes very obvious where the truth is. That Ace of Cups right there. So hiding things underneath the moon energy and the tower and all this kind of stuff going on is, again, a very deliberate action. Because if you see things clearly, you're going to see the truth. Very strategic of this King of Wands.
Which gets us to the next point, what can you expect in the near future? In this relationship, in the near future, what can you expect? Universe, please guide us on this. What can we expect? What can they expect in the near future? And let me click on this. All right, here we go. Ooh, the Knight of Swords. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, so with the Knight of Swords, or what can you expect? Well, I'm expecting an action with the talk. I'm expecting that in the near future. I'm expecting a very good talk, but action with it. That's one thing we get with the Knight of Swords. It's the fact of it's usually my knight in shining armor, but if you need to get something done, you send the Knight of Swords in. But I'm definitely getting a serious talk with action behind it. So it's like you better start acting like my king. Okay? And then that talk right here in the near future, that's what's going to bring that in. And it's interesting because the knight falls underneath that Five of Swords too. It's going to clear that up.
Now, the Knight of Swords often comes in with pretty short, sharp, and to the point conversation. There's no frills attached to that, and partly because there's a nervousness. That's why the Knight of Swords is always in a rush to get in there, say what they've got to say, and hope it lands well. But if it doesn't, they're ready to back out on that horse as fast as they came in. But I think in a position of what you can expect with that communication, we do have the Seven of Pentacles, though. And I do kind of like to actually see that there because it goes with this Eight of Pentacles. So they're actually, coming in here and being like, I've got something to say. I've been making plans. I have all these ideas. We can build this baby. We can get this going, baby. That kind of thing. But with that Five of Wands attached to the sword, the Knight of Swords, again, they might be telling you something that isn't entirely true. I'm going to get one more. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Something to keep you, again, locked in the struggle with them. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here, please? All right, the Three of Wands. I'm happy to see that. Fire energy again. Lots of fire, you guys. But the Three of Wands is about a vision for the future. And you can see how the wands of hope, of passion, are framing the rainbow potential through that peacock. So they want to come in because they're like, yeah, but I do have plans. I do have something to say. I am building something for our future, and this is what it is.
Future in this relationship is actually you will see a turn. I'm calling it a turnaround. We got the wheel, we got the five, we got the knight, and I just lifted this top card, and we have justice.
Libra's major arcana, very nice with that
Yep.
sun just shifting into Libra.
That,
Of course, you could be
so,
dealing with a Libra.
well, one thing I'm telling you here is, there will be justice. There will be the scales. Things will be balanced. You won't feel, again, one thing about the wheel, which we talked about, is your love. If you're on the outside of that wheel, that's when you feel the most turbulent. So I want you to get inside the wheel. I want you to get centered. And that's when you feel the least turbulent. And that's just something you can practice. Anyway, do you want to go to your oracles, Jay, or do you have anything to add with this?
Yes. What energy is this person going to be approaching with? We already have that Knight of Swords, so we kind of know that they're, oh, look at this. We got the King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, the King of Love. The Knight of Swords and the King of Cups are an interesting combination. To me, they're almost opposites. That knight rushes in, maybe speaks a little impulsively. They're hurrying, that's for sure. And there is a lot of love attached to it. So they're coming in now with King of Cups energy, which is actually very nice to see, and the Star. So they're nervous to talk to you about what they've been planning and what they've been building towards. They may not really talk to you about the feelings behind that because the King of Cups isn't big on that, but you are what they see for their future. And they kind of are feel like they want to bring a sense of hope and healing back to this situation, because whatever it is they did before compromised your sense of self-respect. And you do not do that to the Queen of Wands ever. So that could be this whole, well, I'm reapproaching. I made a new plan, and this time there's some stability behind it. And this time I'm coming in with King energy, and I mean it, man. New hope, healing. They're nervous about it, though, but they definitely have a dream for you guys. And this is what they want to bring in. They've been working on it, too. Maybe through this time of separation. You know what? It could be, too, that in you taking time from this person with that self-respect card and the memories, it actually got them to increase their respect for you. I love to see that because the Queen of Wands set the stage here with self-respect, with personal confidence, with integrity. Then these knights morphed into the King of Wands and the King of Cups. So it's like in you drawing boundaries and practicing self-respect, you are elevating this person. I realize that's probably not why you're doing it, but that is what I'm seeing playing out here. Your respect for yourself got them to actually put in the work on themselves to become a better partner for you in this situation. It's quite beautiful, actually.
And also, too, Jay, that's where the justice card comes in.
Yes, exactly. Oh, cool. That's right. That's right.
Yep.
Bringing in the divine balance, masculine,
the divine balance. And I love it because it's a quill and it's the sword. Communication. But I loved, and one thing about this, her eyes, I was blind, but now I see. And that's when you were saying that, that's what I got. Is like the time separated. It's like you don't know what you got till it's gone. Oh
That's
my
right.
God, I'm singing again. Jeepers creepers, people.
Unfortunate, but true. Not unfortunate that you're singing. Are we ready to button up this reading now? But sometimes it does take that, in drawing your own boundaries and holding on to your own respect, you thereby set an energetic model for your partner. So then they can either choose to locate their courage and integrity and step up, or they can vacate. That's the Queen of Wands attitude, right? Either step up or ship out, because it's all about self respect, man.
For you because you kind of see you kind of see the stew, all the ingredients in your stew, which is the stool's the wheel. If that's what it is, it's just the wheel, and you're back again full circle. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, and often it is about setting that balance within a relationship. Sometimes you got to trade off who's the leader, right? And in this case, with the King and Queen of Wands, there can be often an ego battle between who's leading the way here. But at this point in time, it fell onto you to actually have to draw strong boundaries. And so your person was forced to observe them and thereby step into their own integrity. It's quite mature. I do like what I see here. I'm going to get a couple of cards to close it off from, well, I'm going to do the Astro Oracle deck, but I want one from the Wisdom of the Oracle as well. So just, okay. Look at that. Clean it up. Put in the work. Clean up the situation. And that is what this King of Cups, King of Wands is doing. Putting in the work. Making the plans. Cleaning it up. Look how tidy those pentacles are. Whatever mess they created back here with these knights in this situation, they're like coming in to fix it now. Interesting. Whatever you do is up to you, of course. I'm just saying that's what's showing up in their intentions. From the Star Codes Astro Oracle, let's get some astrological energy influencing this situation. It could be in your chart, in your person's chart, or just overall. Okay, what do we have? We have Libra. There's the balance. You could be dealing with a Libra for sure, but also this is Libra season. So when I talked about finding that divine balance, that Two of Cups energy, again, it's not about you coming down to where they are. It's about them elevating to where you are. And that's also why the Star card is there. So you're an inspiration for this person. Chiron. Wow. Chiron is it's the wounded healer of the zodiac. It's also where your wound lies. So there could be a lot of healing coming from this situation for this person. That's why the star is there. We got one more. The fourth house, the house of home. Cancer rules the fourth house. But this is about building something serious together, right? Laying down the foundations. And also, you guys, with the King and Queen of Wands, there is a real sense of being at home with each other. So that's what I got for you.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, listen, this reading, the near future to me, it's, we can't really tell you how far it is. But normally at what, Jade, what would be about 3 months on the average?
It could be, yeah, 3 months on either side of the reading. So this, for some of you, could be something that you're currently going through or something that's still yet to come.
Well, put it this way. You got your justice coming in, man. And they got to step up and become the king to your queen. And it's going to be
in
a
your
tough.
own integrity. Hold on to that self-respect, because you're leading the way for this relationship right now.
And it's going to take strength. So I am so thrilled and honored that I was able to read for you today. Thank you so much.
Good luck with this, you guys. Take care.